Hey, what is going on, everybody? Ali here, back again with another Fire Force review for you guys, episode 18. Like, I love this show. This whole episode, training episode, loved it. I always love like these technical training type episodes and stuff. You get in with Arthur, you get in with Shinra, and this whole episode was hilarious too. With like in the beginning with Hibana, classic Hibana, right? Sitting on top of like the backside of the couch when all of the lieutenants from Company 7, like Conroe and Company 1, the lieutenant with the blue hair and stuff, like his abilities are fantastic. Like, I love it how he's able to like convert like heat into sound and disperse it into like cold air. Like, that ability, that's the one I probably, if I was in like that universe, in the Fire Force universe, I would have want that or something. But like that's awesome. But anyways, like during the meeting, right, you got Hibana sitting on top of the couch, not like sitting on the actual like sofa, but like on the back part of the couch because she doesn't want to sit at the same level as first rate gravel. Like that. Again, classic Hibana, hilarious. Loved everything about it. And the company 1 lieutenant made it as a joke, like, should I sit on the floor then? Like, he like kidding or whatever. And Hibana's like, yeah, what are you doing? Why aren't you on the floor then? Like, what are you doing then? And he's like, for real? Like, that was just hilarious. And then you get like all of this stuff with, you got Joker and you got what is his name? Leaked. The guy from Hajima, the scientist that they brought to the company, where them talking, and Joker seems like, I wonder what Joker's, is there a connection with Joker and Shinra that I don't know about or something? Because he really wants Shinra. He like really wants him to get stronger. Like, it seems very genuine or something. I don't know. That whole situation, I'm really wondering, because I knew that Joker wasn't part of the Evangelists or anything, but wasn't part of the Fire Force. I knew he wasn't necessarily a bad guy, but he wasn't good either. He's like an anti-good and bad guy kind of thing. He's like in the gray, right? Like last episode, of like the episode being called Black and White and Gray. Gray being like how Joker perceives everything and stuff, and how he is. He's like a great character and stuff, but he's really bent on making Shinra very strong, like stronger and stronger. I don't know what his end game is or his end deal is, but you know, that's besides the point. And that was exciting to hear. And then we're getting Shinra and Arthur like training with Benimaru, because Benimaru, you know, he's second and third generation pyrokinetic like abilities are like top notch and everything, but like Captain Obi said that like they are very strong and talented and stuff, but they lack that kind of like experience of hand-to-hand combat and things like that. So I thought that was something really cool that Obi talked about. I thought something that was really cool that Benimaru talked about is that they aren't good, like Arthur and Shinra aren't good with like surprise attacks and things like that. And then he's talking about how the tension that they have is making them exhausted and stuff, and they're kind of predictable with their moves and stuff, and like that they kind of are, because Shinra just flings his legs around. He's not like extremely fast or anything, even though he can fly like a rocket. He's not extremely like, you know, like all of a sudden turn around and kick you or anything. Like, he's not really like that. And just to see him talking about how in the combat you should think of your life and think of your comrades' lives and like the citizens and like innocent civilian lives and stuff like that while you are in combat, and that tension goes away. So that's very interesting, because like Shinra and Arthur are kind of like very like tensed up and stuff, and are very like, it seems like they're paranoid kind of, because Benimaru is just like flinching, which was also funny, and also Shinra's face when he was training and stuff, trying to make himself faster, which was hilarious too. And just seeing all of that, and then there was a lot of like good quotes, including like Lake, the scientist for Company 8, talking to Conroe and stuff, like, was really good, being that like you got to start at the like from the starting point Otherwise, you'll make a problem. If you just jump into the problem, it will make that problem hard. So you gotta go back a little bit and think about what's going on, the problem that like you might not have seen if you just jumped into something. You might not have seen it. So you always gotta start from like the starting line to actually see the grand scope of what could be more to the problem. And I freaking love that. That quote was just fantastic. Even though Licht is like for me, like as a character in general, like I like how creepy and weird he is, but like as like a character that I really like, it's a little iffy there. But he was cool nonetheless. And I thought somebody was coming in. But yeah, and him and Kano chatting it up, and then Shinra and Arthur combating against Benimaru, and Benimaru talking about how like the tension will go away once you think about like your enemy's life, your life in general, civilians' lives in general, citizens and stuff, innocent lives like in general. Once you start putting that into your combat while you're fighting, then you're gonna be, I guess, a lot more sharp and stronger and stuff like that, which was really cool. And then after a while, you got like Arthur training with Benimaru, and then Shinra training like by himself, trying to make himself faster and stuff. And yo, when he did that, like I think the thing that the Benimaru was talking about, the Tenokata, it seems like it's like a martial arts for, I guess, like hand movements and stuff like that, or different types of hand signs or signals and stuff, which is very interesting. Ki is involved, obviously, like it helps, like all of like the martial arts helps like the ki flow in your body and stuff like that, which is very cool. Ki is like a pretty base type of like plot point when it comes to like not just anime but like actual shows in general and stuff. So that was pretty cool to see come into Fire Force and stuff. And like Shinra figured out a type of martial art, the Tenokata martial art, that which was, I have it right here, the Tora Hishigi. I think that's Tiger Claw or something like that. When he put his thumb all the way to his pinky and then had his hand down like that. And when he did that, like his power just like shot up in the air, bro. That shit was crazy. I loved that shit. Like it was so damn good. Just seeing him struggle in general was really funny with those twins, like walking around with him, like making fun of him, saying he's like, he looked ugly with like the faces he was making and stuff when he was scrunching, was hilarious. It was fun to see Shinra, like now he looks like a freaking, he's an actual rocket, like his jet propulsion and whatnot was just crazy. And before all this, you know, like Benimaru was training them and stuff, and then the Company 8 scientist dude, Licht, came over and said, I got a way to make Shinra better and stronger, in that like make like a giant flame and then compress it, which turns into like a jet. And the Benimaru using it was just fantastic. I loved it. And then you got Arthur training a little bit with like a different swordsmanship for the proto-nationalist type one that Conroe was showing him, which is really cool because, I mean, obviously, like, he would need that because, I mean, he has like his multi-directional sword and stuff, but like a katana that pretty much a wooden sword that he was training with Conroe, it doesn't hurt to actually work with that. So that was pretty cool to see Arthur. He's gonna use like samurai sword katana like swordsmanship too, which is really cool. I'm really excited about that. Yeah, and that's the end of the episode. But also something I wanted to talk about, which was really cool, was seeing Maki getting her, just seeing what is it, flame and sputter like floating around, like her using the ability, and then you got the lieutenant right there just yelling at her about the flames and stuff. But Vulcan was making like these cool like cannon looking things for Maki that like utilize sputter and flare. I believe it's flare and sputter, like went into those two machines. They're pretty much like hammers or something like that. And just to see it floating behind Maki, and then Maki's like, oh my gosh, I'm blushing because like she has like these cool equipment like behind her and stuff, and everything that like Vulcan is doing in this episode was awesome. Creating some kind of like, it was like a reverse grenade. I think like pretty much like what he did. Like he had this magnetic extinguisher that he rolled into a flame, and then the magnetism like extinguished the flame, which was so cool. It's gonna help, like Captain Obi said, it's gonna help him so much, like so much more and stuff. And just seeing Vulcan really getting used to like just making like inventions still, but getting more used to like Company 8 was like really cool. And it was a good episode. I loved it. It was so funny too. Like, again, Hibana was hilarious. The whole thing with Maki was so freaking cute when Vulcan gave her those cannon things to put Sputter and Flare inside them, and like they're floating behind her, and then she has the witch hat. Like, it was cool. It was really cool, and it was really cute and everything. And man, it was a good time. And also in the beginning, when freaking Arthur had Silver, the donkey, whatever, on top of the wall, and Maki was like, what the hell is that? And then the lieutenant had like a horn hat thing, which was really funny. And that whole thing was funny in the beginning. It felt like it was like random, like out of nowhere and stuff, but that was hilarious. And like overall, this episode was great. It was really funny. Again, it was I was gonna say hilarious, but funny, hilarious. Yeah, it was a good training episode, and I loved the quotes that they've all had with like Benimaru, and even the scientist dude leaked. It was leaked. I believe this name's leaked, right? Was awesome, and his conversation with Conroe was just awesome too. And then Conroe helping Arthur train. And then you got Shinra training with Benimaru, and him learning about the Tenakata, like martial art kind of thing, and him using like the tiger claw Tora Hishigi to help like his foot power and stuff. Like, it's gonna be awesome when he fights Sho, and I'm hyped for it and stuff. And I still don't know what Joker, like, I'm starting to get a little bit of what Joker is thinking, but you still don't completely know what his end game is and stuff. And I love that, and I'm excited for that. He's definitely one of my favorite characters of this show already. But what did you guys think about this episode? Leave down your comments, your thoughts and stuff, your thoughts about what I said and everything. Yeah, your thoughts about the episode, and like this video if you did, like the video if you liked the episode, like the video if you liked anything I had to say, like the video if you liked me, and subscribe to the channel for more reviews, vlogs, unboxings, live reactions, discussion videos, and things like that. So gentlemen, stay classy, ladies, stay sassy, but most important, everybody, you gotta stay a little nasty, alright? So peace and love, and I will see y'all later in the next video. Peace out, may the force be with you always, and plus ultra.